Hello world, I'm Robin Catling and this is Write On. Join me in my author journey as I delve into the craft of writing, bringing you tools, tips and lessons learned the hard way so you don't have to. Story as a graph. Can you draw your story as a graph? From Freytag to Vonnegut, writers and coaches will tell you stories have a shape you can draw. With a little analysis, you can visualise whether or not your story works. Vonnegut defined a simple and playful set of diagrams back in the 1960s. The fundamental idea, he said, is that stories have shapes which can be drawn on graph paper. Vonnegut defined 5 basic types of story structures: man in a hole, boy meets girl, Cinderella, from bad to worse, and good news, bad news. The x-axis represents good or bad fortune, the y-axis the progress of the story, time. Later we see Freytag's pyramid. This is a 5-stage map of dramatic structure originally applied to Greek tragedy. Freytag's academic interpretation of action and structure produces a lopsided pyramid applied to more contemporary fiction, more of a cheese wedge. But it provides some key stages in story structure: exposition, rising action, climax, falling action, resolution. The shape of water. You can argue every story has a standard shape. The beginning, exposition, introduces character, setting and conflict. The middle, rising action, escalates the conflict and stakes to a high point, the climax. The ending tells what happens afterwards, falling action and resolution. You can make a basic plot diagram using a 3-act structure, or beginning, middle and end, something like this: beginning, exposition and conflict; middle, rising action, climax; end, falling action, resolution. So what does all that have to do with diagrams and graphs? How does it prove that a story works? Value judgment. Having spoken about rising and falling action, try-fail cycles, character arcs, and 3-act structures, how do we use Vonnegut's shapes and Freytag's pyramid to draw the shape of a story? It's all about subjective value judgment. Can you rate the conflict and the stakes at each stage of the story? This is what I did for City of Vipers, which is the 3rd book of my fantasy series. This is a solid fantasy action-adventure with a conventional plot. Structured in 26 chapters after Derek Murphy's excellent outlining tool, I gave a highly subjective score for each chapter on the Catling Tensionometer, trademark patent pending, ranking each chapter from 1 to 10 for conflict, stakes and risks. I then plotted a line on a graph to get the gratifying shape in the illustration links below. The line clearly shows the escalating tension as the plot moves through the 3 acts, plot points and turning points. You can clearly see the action-sequel combinations that gives the reader a little respite and recovery. According to the graph, the story hits the right notes, in the right places, across the 3 acts. You won't know if my ranking is good until you read the book, but you can try this for yourself. Take any movie or novel you know well, list the key scenes or chapters, and give each a rating for stakes and conflict. Create the grid on a piece of paper, stakes down the left, scenes or chapters along the bottom. Then plot each point on the grid and join up the dots. What shape do you get? That's all for this time. Thanks for stopping by. You can like and subscribe to the channel, or go to robincatling.info to check out the blog.